that was fascinating. So we will open this up to questions for everyone, and let me see if there's anyone on the phone that I need to unmute. So if anyone wants to unmute yourself and ask a question, feel free to do so, or if you're a little shy, feel free to enter it in the chat and we will read it for you. So
I might ask a question. Dr. Arash, so did you face any difficulty with the connection, with the internet connection? Because it might, I mean, yeah, no power and no like fuel and no maybe internet, and especially Aleppo, I mean, they are under intensive military operation. So do you have these challenges, and how you overcome these challenges?
Yeah, so good question. You know, when we discussed with your target, you know, I showed you in the one of the slide, we had, you know, a meeting via Skype and we follow. They have, you know, limitation access to power, to energy, electricity, and they have limitation access to internet. The good news is Turkish government and Jordanian government, they support, you know, dish for internet. So the good news is they have access to internet. The issue is electricity. So they have to charge their, you know, equipment. They have 2 hours, 3 hours opportunity to do it. So because of that, we continue to deliver this program via smartphone, which need less electricity. But the other issue was when we delivered through a smartphone, because the, you know, the size of, you know, material is big, they need to download it. This is the question we had with, and we discussed with our computer science and engineering faculty to develop platform and reduce the size of lectures to be useful for them. They don't need to use more electricity and more internet. We had that, and we are trying to solve it with collaboration of computer science and engineering, definitely. Because, you know, we had this issue. When we wanted to start, we review articles, we review report. We couldn't find any activity before to show when they want. Online program is not new. For years they do it. But online education for displaced people with limitation of access to electricity and internet, we couldn't find. And we discussed we should run it to find answer for other people. They are waiting to develop new project. So this pilot, we received numbers of, you know, answer. We found numbers of, you know, solution for barriers, which is, you know, in the field.
Thank you.
Yeah.
great, thank you, Dilshad. Does anyone else have any questions?
This is Gene Perry. I just wanted to know whether or not you had to overcome some governmental roadblocks, issues that were seen as maybe illegal or something of that nature that they had to overcome at first before you initiated this wonderful project?
So could you please repeat the question, the first?
Yeah, what type of legal or governmental barriers did you have to overcome, let's say transmitting from the US to Turkey or Syria?
So we don't have that, you know, there is no, you know, obligation for that, because it's only, you know, outside of any technology. It's, you know, education for language and communication. So, and when we discuss with people here, there is no obligation about that.
Fantastic, thank you.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that this is probably one of the best collaborations of technology and academics I've ever heard of. So I have to congratulate both of you. It's fantastic.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we don't share, you know, technology there. Only we use technology to deliver easy access. And thanks to, you know, last week we had opportunity to have meeting with President of South Carolina, and he is helping us to involve other faculty members to join us, hope to have this from North Carolina and, to expand it. We have, ongoing support from Dr. Delshad, hope other faculties and people, because, it's two types, academic course and English language program. And
Yes.
the size of, target is more than 1,000, so we cannot handle it without other support.
And it's a moving target. It's a very mobile target. So you guys are doing a fantastic job.
Yeah.
This is Jeanne. I have a question. So how, those classes that you showed the video of, how many people are in a class?
So we have two types. So for academic lecture, because, they will receive it, for example, first day of a week, and they have 5 days time to review lectures to be ready for live session. And then the live session, they have group based on the question. But for English language program, because as Michelle said, we have 4 skills, we have small group. Can you talk about?
Yeah, so for the
Each group.
intensive English language program, the live sessions in particular, because we're webcamming and everyone needs to have the opportunity to speak, the intensive English classes are actually a lot smaller. So when we will have live sessions and webcam with the students, it's as small as 5 to 10 students in one session. So we break them up so that they get the face-to-face time that they need.
Yeah, we don't want it to have, to reduce the quality. So we have, limitation for maximum people who wanted to join intensive English language program live session. But for academic, because they have 5 days time to send their question, so we collect all of the question, and in live session, we give them answer to that. But for intensive English language program, because it's communication and discussion, we wanted to have each cohort not more than 10 to 15.
Great, thank you. Does anyone have any questions? So actually, the first project that you mentioned about HIV/AIDS, it reminded me of Dilshad of TechLab coming to speak to us about his project as well. What do you think of that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of, it's similar. Yeah, the Bible, how they call it,
Developmental Bible?
Developmental Bible, exactly. Yeah, to tackle HIV and the stigma and all of that around it in Ethiopia. And also they use the health extension worker program, where they send health workers into remote areas to also work on different issues, reproductive health and HIV and other issues. But yeah, there are similarities, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You connect the two.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Any other questions? And I'll check the chat. Well, wonderful. This has really been, we appreciate your time, and really appreciate all the work that you've done and these projects. And again, thank you for speaking this evening.
Thank you very much for your invitation and giving us this opportunity.